Hello, I hope you guys are here and you guys can comment. So I'm just gonna put in the comments, you all can comment. So if you have any in the comment box, I had to fix some things. So today we're gonna go over the quiz. I wanna say congratulations to Sarah because she had 100 on the quiz, which I think is awesome. But some of you had a lot of trouble, so we're gonna go over oh, this is great. So I have no idea who half of you are. If you want to put your real name in there, if not, that's cool too. And then this way, I'm going to try to get the quiz up on my phone because I don't know. Let me know if you could see me when I do this. Good morning. Can you see me now? Because I can't see you. All right. So the first question we had, hopefully you can still see me. The first question you had was, what is personification? And we did talk about, sorry about the light, but we did go over that. I hope you guys remember. That seemed to be the question everybody had. You could have used Google too. You could have defined it. And I put in a lot of, maybe that's better. I put in a lot of videos to help you. So I hope you guys are comfortable. I hope you have your tea or coffee or whatever you drink. Water is really healthy. I think you're all pretty too young for coffee. But anyway, and hey, Abu Bakir, and who else? Himam, nice. I like your names. I'm going to have to remember that. Human qualities. So if I said the table walked out the door or the cloud cried tears of sadness, you know, clouds don't cry. They will rain, right? We understand it to mean rain, but it's a human quality to cry. So that's what personification is. And the next one, I hope you guys are all doing great. Assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds of neighboring words. So I like that, simple to the point. That was a correct answer. What some of you did was you, I'm lagging. I apologize if I'm lagging. My Wi-Fi down here stinks. But assonance is this, it would be incorrect. So when you copy the definitions off of the internet, make sure you understand them. Don't choose ones that are difficult. And when I say I want an example, give me an example, not a definition. All right, some of you did that. I gave you points off or 0, depending. Write a simile. And some people made me laugh because they literally just wrote like or as in the answer box. And I really need you to write a simile, a sentence that's a simile or a line. So what's a simile? Can you guys put that in? You're not going to be graded. Others aren't commenting, but you can definitely comment. Put in a simile that is something you think is a simile. If you're afraid, I'll write one in. Let's see who's paying attention. And there's a difference between the simile and the metaphor, right? So if I were to say, you are like a star, what would that mean? That's a simile. It's a simile. You are like, house is as cold as ice. That is a really good simile. And the reason it's a simile is because it's comparing two objects, the house and ice, and it's using the word as, right? I'm comparing you and a star, and I'm using the word like. So that's why it is a simile. Now, I could easily change my sentence to a metaphor, right? A metaphor would not use like or as, but it would still compare two things. So I would say, you are a star, right? Means the same thing, right? You might be still wonderful and bright and great, but and some of the mistakes I saw were there were no comparisons. It was just a sentence using the word like or as. Or my favorite was people seriously, some of your friends, gave me the smile emoji. And I said, it's a simile, not a smile. Too much computer homework going on, right? You're all going blind. And I sent that back. So hopefully when I publish it, it won't be lagging. All right, Abu Bakir, hopefully it won't lag as much when I publish it. I think last time it was fine. So put up a simile. Let's see if you, all right, maybe Maybe this will help. I have my book, Questions About Simile or Metaphor. They are both comparing two different objects. Simile uses like or as. Metaphor just states it like it is. You are as strong as an ox. Uses the word as. That's a simile. You're an ox. That's a says. Buzz and hiss are examples of what literary device, right? Let me try this again. Yeah. Can you see that? Buzz, hiss. It might be backwards. All right. Those were onomatopoeia. It's a big word. Buzz, hiss, onomatopoeia. Okay? Hiss. If you say, let's say you hurt yourself and you go, ouch, that's onomatopoeia. These are the words that sound like the sounds they make. So most of you have that one wrong, onomatopoeia. And the way I remember to spell it, because it's such a long word, is because it's going to be spelled Poeia, right? And I'll write that in, right? So if you don't know, right, I'll put it here. Hiss, ouch. Those are onomatopoeia. Don't say it wrong, okay? So it's in the comments. I see 5 of you are on right now. That's really awesome. Thanks for the likes. I really like it, okay? I am a big ham if you have not figured that out already. Yes, I checked the quiz. The grades are in your email, so definitely check your emails, okay? So the next one, we have onomatopoeia. The next one is a small rhyme. I just wanted you to make up a poem that was a rhyme. Of course, what I say and what you understand are always two different things. So if you gave me someone else's poem, I was okay with that if it rhymed. If you made up your own, I was even more impressed. So rhymes are words that sound similar, like bat, cat, no, so, live, right? These are rhymes. So if I saw any rhyme in there at all, you got your points for the. Have any questions? If you need me to slow down, let me know. Let's see. A hyperbole. This was another one everyone had wrong, okay? Exaggeration. Just trying to sound that out. Exaggeration. All right, so what is an exaggeration, right? Some of you got it. I think really you went online, you just copied and pasted an example. That's fine. I said you could do that. Hopefully you understand it when you do that. I know if you're copying the definitions, sometimes the definitions are way too difficult to understand. That's why some of you didn't copy the full definition because you didn't know how much of it you needed. But in essence, you needed all of it, but you didn't understand it. So that doesn't help you if you don't understand it. I think you guys should go to the thesaurus because it's an easier way to understand. Terribly stressed out trying to get all their work in. Do you feel that way, or is it easy for you to complete all the work for all of your classes? Let me know in the comments below. Statue, right? Which, if I could say that, clearly I'm not a frozen statue, but you could understand I'm really cold, right? But an exaggeration, someone said, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. That's great because, you know, typically you're not eating a horse. So that's really just think, exaggerate to the point it's ridiculous, and that's a hyperbole. Any questions so far? We have 7 on. That's very exciting here. Go to prison. Is that the place you want to be at? No, right? But do you want to go on vacation? Heck yeah, right? Dr. Gill and I just had to cancel our summer vacation, and they're actually helping by making their cruise ships online hospitals now. So if you didn't know that, now you know. But we really wanted to go on vacation because we were going to go to Turks and Caicos and St. Martin, I think, and maybe Puerto Rico, like all these beautiful islands we're going to be on our vacation. So, hi, Scylla. So I was so excited. I know Dr. Gill was so excited, but we started to say, you know, maybe this isn't a great idea because all of these ships were quarantined and people couldn't come off of them. So I called up last night and the ship's canceled. But in general, I love vacationing. I love it. And if you haven't been on vacation yet, this could be one of your goals because it's so fun. Even a small vacation, like we went on the spring break to Pennsylvania and they have swimming pools. And I bought a vacation home last summer with in Virginia that is called Kings Creek. And they have multiple pools. And you could play volleyball in the pool. You could do arts and crafts throughout the week. They have all different events. It was such a beautiful area. Just any change of pace is a nice little vacation. But is prison a vacation? Prison is not a vacation. So to say prison is just like a long vacation is really the opposite. So when you see an opposite or that surprise ending, that's that irony, right? And I think we've read some stories that had that. So irony was the answer for that. Prison is just a long vacation. And again, it's not a simile, and it is comparing you and star, right? So it means you're great, you're bright, you're wonderful, right? Maybe you're famous. You are a star. Doesn't mean you're sparkling in the sky. It's figurative language. And then the last question is it doesn't. Hello. All right. Just watch the rest of the video later. We're pretty much done with the lesson, and then we're just going to chit chat. So the last one was an I rhyme. If it's spelled the same and it looks like it rhymes, but it doesn't rhyme at all. That's I. It's visual. You see with your eye, right? And some of the choices, like in Mike, was the number one I think everybody picked. And that's just a regular rhyme. That's not an I rhyme. So I rhyme has to look like it rhymes. You guys are here. We have 8 people on. Yay! You guys could reach me all the time here. Make comments. You could reach me on Reminds app. I hope you guys are great. Hi, Yulia. I'm so glad you guys are joining in. So we talked about pretty much the whole quiz. So you might have to go back and just get some feedback. But if you have any questions, then you can ask me any questions you want, whether it be here, whether it be on the comments, or email me, or Reminds app, which is a crazy thing that everybody's doing right now, right? But relax and draw and paint and enjoy it. You know, I'm sure many of you were probably sleeping late because reading that book I wanted to write. I'm reading a new book I wanted to read. I'm talking to you guys, creating fun lessons with Dr. Gill and Ms. Teflinsky. And I hope you guys are just enjoying your time with your family and being safe and washing your hands and go out in front of your yard and enjoy the sun when it's out. So they don't know when we're going back to school. They extended it till April 30th, and that's tentative because it could change. It could change to the whole school year, and you may not be able to finish the year in school, and everybody here, and it's very busy. My kids have so much homework. I posted an April Fool's. Did you all see that? That was my son's 10th grade work in Leon M. Goldstein. You will graduate. As long as you're doing your work, 4th quarter grades are going to be the remote learning grades. We put in your grades this week for 3rd quarter. That was based on all the work that you did while we were in school. And many of you did fine and passed. And a few of you, you already know because you know whether you did the work or not, what your grade would be. So you guys are awesome. Have you guys been painting or drawing and doing Miss Palakia's work? I don't know what she's given you, but even in general, like I bought myself a sketchbook and colored pencils, and I made a couple of drawings, and I started one of the paintings on my wall. I may post a picture just so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe some of you I showed, but I paint on my wall. My kids, when I bought my house, they kicked a hole in my wall because I have this hammock. It's a yoga hammock, but it's like a swing, and they swung into the wall and put their foot through my wall. So I repaired the wall, but I didn't have the paint that the original owners painted my house with, and I didn't want to paint the whole room again. So I made that room just videos on how to do those beautiful drawings and paintings, and that's what I'm doing. And I have the wall painted in different ways and different pictures going up. So I'm going to do my next one, and it's going to be the book. If you saw her book, it's so beautiful. So I was thinking, my son gave me this great idea for graduation. If you can't have one, if you guys play Minecraft, because we'd be on the news if you could pull something like that off. My son said they would build the world for you if you wanted. But I am not a Minecraft fan. I took them to a last one. Most of you had right because there were 3 correct choices. And that was about the tongue twister. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? So what was in there? You had alliteration, because alliteration is the continuation of that beginning sentence. The choice was repetition, for sure. The only one that wasn't in there was onomatopoeia, because there weren't words like hiss and, ouch. So those words that sound onomatopoeia. That was the only one that you couldn't choose. All the others were correct. You heard would be repeated, could be repeated. And I know if you are in 301, we did this tongue twister. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Does anybody remember the answer to that actual statement? Well, I'll tell you again. A woodchuck could chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. So I don't know if you remember that, but we did that in class. So I definitely hope you do a Zoom. Let's see. So you are not taking the state exams. The state exams are gone. They've excused all of them. So none of you have to take the state exams. So that's cool. But what I would say, especially for science, because English is going to be pretty consistent. Although if you look at my son's work, I just think the teacher put everything for one day, and that made it so confusing, like it's for the whole entire week. And instead of laying it out little directions for every day, she just put it all in one. And it's such a pain to read her little tiny fonts. But for science, what I think you guys should do is watch videos on labs, like microscopes and triple balance beams, because that is what you would have been tested on. Do some practice tests just so you could make sure. I don't know which science teach you have for the different classes on. I see most of 301 is on, but I know Salah's on. So you have different science teachers, so I would definitely practice those things if they can't give them to you. This is new for everybody, so I don't know how much work they're able to give you that's like hands-on that you would have done. For the math, oh my goodness, because I will watch the video and I'll be like, this is how you do it. And then all of a sudden there's a variable that changes and the answer is not the right answer. So you have to learn a different way to do that type of number, even though it's all the same topic. So it is so confusing. My kids actually have to get up for classes at a certain time, just like you're doing now. My son does Zoom. He has one class at 8, another at 10, another at 2. So he's on the computer a lot doing Zoom. And it's crazy. Do you guys all have computers? Are you all set? What are you using to do your homework and stuff on? Yeah, you guys will graduate as long as you're passing the remote learning now, this program online. Just keep doing your work. Okay, good. You got a laptop. The laptop I find is the easiest. My son just had a birthday this week on March 30th. So for his birthday, I bought him a gaming laptop. Yeah, computers, laptops. The thing with the computer, I can't take my older son's computer with deliveries are slow. And I know some of you are going on your phone. Oh my goodness. The phones are just so small and hard to read. And I try to not use my phone as much, but I will give my son this phone sometimes to use because it's my phone that I use only for Wi-Fi and music in the car, but it's not my working phone. This is my working phone. But I love my Moto because this is a mod and I could hook up on the back of it a projector so I could watch YouTube on my ceiling if I want, or I could put videos on, and it's just so cool. A lot more for this one than this one. So this is faster and works better overall. You can see it's like it, and it's shatterproof. Motorola made a good phone. This one's just an LG, and I don't really like iPhones because the glass breaks too much. Let's just say and let me actually just go on the faster phone, right? All right, so I'm going to click on my Remind app. Oh, geez. All right, and then you're going to see All right, let me go back. Hold on. I just want to make sure I could do this. Okay. So, and it says add classes or people. So for here, you could search up in here any teacher's name, right? I'm just trying to hit that. It's a little bit challenging this way. So if I hit her name, let's see, J. Serio. Can you see that? That is hers, and you could add her. She's already on mine, but there's a way for you to search any teacher possible, okay? So I'm assuming you guys want to know your high schools, right? So let me just see. I'm trying to see add. Okay, so when you're looking at this, scroll all the way up to the bottom where it says, you see I have a lot of classes. I have my kids, and then I have the schools, okay? Create a class. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. It's very hard for me to do it this way. I don't know if you'll have schools. So I'm trying to, I want to see what I did because I was able to find all of every single person in any school. You could look it up. Okay, so you're going to do join a class, right? And then it's going to ask you for this. And if you scroll up, oh wait, no, right here, search for your class, right? You're going to click that, and it's going to ask you for your school. And then you'll type in your bank, and I put it right here. And it tells me all the teachers that I could sign on to, okay? And you'll see some have classes, some don't. So once you see the class you need, you just click on it, all right? And Miss Serio will approve your request, okay? So it's not immediate. She'll approve it, and then you could ask her any question you want. I don't know if that helps. Let's just see. Because I'm already, if you can see, everybody's there. Any teacher you need will be there. Just look up Shellbank. And if you forgot, I'll show you again. All right, you're gonna click. I'll show you one more time so you remember. And you can always rewind the video later. Up all of that. You're gonna go to join a class. It should be somewhere at the bottom, not create a class. You're gonna go to join a class. It will ask you the class code. Start to write in Shellbank, and then your school will come up and you could click it and then choose whatever teacher you want in Shellbank that has an account, which everybody should at this point. Do you guys have any other questions? On the phone, it's a little bit different, okay? And canceled by the state due to the emergency of what's going on. So you don't have to worry about state exams anymore. Woohoo, at least not this year. Which I would have loved to see how you guys would have done, because I'm sure some of you would have just made such amazing progress. So I'm just trying to think. I wanted to show you how to find your emails, but on this, it's a little bit more difficult. See, my phone doesn't show you the way. Usually on this side of your computer screen, you'll see 9 dots. It's like a box of 9 dots. And you click there, and it has all the apps for the Google Classroom stuff, right? So you could see your email. You could print out a Google Docs. This is a great way I like to submit the work, because sometimes you guys submit and I don't see any work. Go to those 9 dots. They'll be at the right side of your computer. Click on it. Make a Google Docs. You could copy whatever is on the assignment onto the Google Doc. And then when you go to turn in your assignment, it will say add. You'll go into your Google Drive, pull out the assignment you made from Google Docs, and you'll attach it and add it. So your work is always being submitted, which might be really good even for your other classes. My hair is crazy. You see, I'm in Brooklyn, so I don't have my right brushes. My hair keeps sticking up. Plus, I decided I would cut my bangs, and they kind of stick up a little. So I cleaned up the lines. My lines are, but it looks better. They're groomed. They look nice. So I've definitely picked up some new traits. I watched some YouTube videos, and I felt like I was going in like a pro. All right. So if you want me to reach out to any of your teachers, I can. I know someone had trouble with Mr. Smith's work. I just kind of logged in as a student on his and checked it out. It was a problem for me too. So, and he's pretty good. He's not going to give you any trouble. Everybody knows his system is new to everybody. Not you guys. You guys have had it, but even still, things are a little newer for some of you. Are you guys using your Mac Scholar? Those of you who have it. Anybody using Mac Scholar? All right, well, I hope you guys are. You have access to that. It's a great program. And look at this, my hair's just popping up. I hate myself in the camera. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I do love you guys, and I miss you guys, and I'm so glad I got to see some of your lovely little names popping up with questions. So if you have any questions, just reach out. I'm always here. I don't mind talking to you guys. It makes me feel really good and much better to hear from you guys. Stay well. Make sure you wash your hands and eat healthy foods. Don't eat anything with sugar. I know you guys love your candy and crap like I do too. I love my chocolate cookies. But the less you eat of the sugar, the healthier you'll be. And drink lots of water and exercise. Definitely exercise and meditate and do yoga and learn something new. I hope that we come back and I can find out what new things that you did during this time. I hope I get to see you guys walk down graduation aisle, because that is just going to be so beautiful, because this is totally a crazy year, and I love you guys and I miss you so much. And I hope you are all healthy and well and your families are great. Have a great day, and I hope that helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Message me on the Google Classroom Reminds app. Hope you all enjoyed my April Fool's assignment, because that is not a real joke for my son. He has to really do it. But for you guys, you have at least 2 years before you're going to see anything like that. Some of you got into Goldstein. Well, that's where it's from. So good luck with that. If you still haven't heard anything about your high schools, you definitely want to reach out to Ms. Serio at jserio. Don't be bored. Think of the fun things that you could do. Now's the time to read a good book. I have a book club that you could read that story I put up. I think the next one we're going to do, the next YouTube video will be on that book, or maybe I'll do a Zoom for that. I think I'm going to do a Zoom, because then you guys could all talk and I could see your faces. So definitely join the book club so we could do some fun things. And me and my friends are going to have a Zoom hangout. We're going to, tomorrow night is Saturday, so we're going to call each other up on Zoom, and we're all going to hang out and chit chat and party like as if we're together. So these are silly things you could do. Go sign up for Zoom and get your friends online and videotape them. You could see face-to-face people on Instagram, Facebook Messenger. Right? You know this better than I do. So make it fun. I want to go home. I want to plant my garden. I was talking about maybe building a go-kart with my son. This is something that I did when I was a kid, right? So something like Home Depot is an essential store to be open, because people, when they need their house repaired, they're open. So I mean, it's not a good idea to go out right now, but I may buy some wood, or maybe I'll see what's in my house. Be creative. You might have crates in the house. You might have leftover boxes. Build a fort. Don't drive your parents crazy, because my little son, by day when homework is being given, he drives me crazy. And he is your age. He's in 7th grade. And then by night, he's cuddling with me on the couch, and I love him to death. But all day long, while I'm trying with some YouTube videos, you can learn so much. So what is it you want to do? Set that goal. James, that was Hamam. Hamam, don't be bored. Don't be bored. There's so many things to do. What is it you like to do, right? I mean, you could, in your future, like you could be a fast typer. My mother always used to tell me to be a stenographer, like a court reporter. You sit in the courts and you like, but they have a special typewriter with symbols so that they could go even faster. Those symbols mean different words and things like that. But just things that are going to improve your life, boost your brain, and make you get to high school and be like the A student that you guys could be, you know? So, or fun things, you know? You could learn how to swim by watching people swim. I wasn't a good swimmer as a kid, but I would watch my daughter and my sons compete. I would take them to their training and their competitions, and I would watch their coaches teach them how to swim. And last summer, I became a swim instructor. And I was never a really good swimmer, but I was able to teach kids how to swim because I watched coaches teach my kids. Or paint. I love Art Sherpa. And Mom, I don't know if you have Miss Palekia, but Google Art Sherpa. And I'll put her name in the comments, because if you like to paint, she shows you how to paint, and it's pretty easy. It's like going to your own home paint party. And I have canvases I bought. You could have your parents do that right online. I went to Michael's and I ordered some canvases to paint on and paints. So I don't know your financial situation, because it's getting bad for a lot of people. They're not working, but if your parent can afford to get you some paints and stuff, you know, that might be a... Here, what did he do? Hold on. Let me see if it's here now. He made one of those football papers. I don't see it now, of course. Oh, wait. I don't see it, but here. I will give you guys a magic show before you go. I bet you didn't know I was a magician, right? So let's see. Okay. I am a clown and a magician. So here is one of my magic tricks, okay? So when I open this book, there is nothing in it. Now I need all of you to say the magic words. Do you know what the magic words are? Abracadabra. Now on the count of 3, I want all of you to say it. Are you going to say it? Because if you don't say it, I'm going to know, because this isn't going to work. All right? 1, 2, 3. Abracadabra. Of 3, you're going to say the magic words, abracadabra, and we're going to make this happen. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Abracadabra. Put color in the book. You guys are fantastic. Didn't know I had a house full of magicians in the room. Wow. I don't have the class code for Miss Palekia, but I will ask her for it, and then I'll let you know what that is. If any of the classmates have the class code for art, let me know, because you guys had her, right? Shouldn't you already have been in? Or is that, no, that you had her. You're in 301, right, Rahona? I have 2 of you with similar names, right? But I don't know if anything. Classes. Join a class. Yeah, I need that code from her. I will text her and I will find out the code, okay? And I will put that up on your Google Classroom. You were in Google Classroom, right, Rahona? Everybody here did that test. If you had, yes, everybody should be a subscriber to me. That would be fantastic. I love having more subscribers. And then my son keeps saying, and tell him Sneaky Matt won, right? Okay, so I'll put in my son's also. He's the one who did the funny puppet videos I think I showed you guys. But he does gaming ones too, but this is my son's. So you could totally follow him as well. And then I guess I could subscribe to all of your accounts. I just got to figure out. I'll try to remember after this. Anyway, okay, I will talk to you. Oh, actually, it's on the website, the school website. They put all of the teachers up. So hopefully you don't lose me. I'm going to try to get Shellbank's website up, and I'll find a few right now. Let's see. Miss Sario's, not Miss Sario. I think Miss Tina does the website, but I know Miss Terciano put up all the codes. So let's see. My computer is so slow. So every time I'm downloading stuff, it takes forever. So if your computer's faster, maybe I could even do it on my phone faster. I hope you guys are all feeling well and great and doing. I've been making videos for my friend. We go back and forth making silly videos. We send them to each other about how bored or stressed. So I'm going to look for the link. Okay. So I just scrolled it down, and this is what I saw. Jeez. I'm sorry. The light is killing me here. All right. So this is what I saw. And what I'm going to click for the Google Classroom codes. Okay. So I'm just waiting, you know. The internet takes a little bit of time. It totally went. Help with Google Classroom, Google codes. I wanted the Google codes. The way it's set up is a little weird. So download. I'm going to download the codes so I can get you those codes. I'll put it here, and I'll put it again on the Remind app. Oh, goodness gracious. And it looks like this. If you can see, this is so crazy. Oh, my goodness. All right. So I just got to find her name. But all the codes are there. Oh, and Miss Palekia has a million of them because she has a million classes. So this is FSDX. I'm going blind. That's the code for Miss Palekia for 301. If you guys need anything else, let me know. All right. But everything should be there. Everything you need, all the codes, all to get in all the classes. You can check out Shellbank's website. You could check out Reminds. You could always ask me on any of them. Everything's there. Remind codes, Google codes are all on the website. All right. Any questions, guys? We've been on for about 50 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys get back to your work or whatever else you have to do. This is pretty much it, I guess, for the lesson today. And then you're free for the weekend, hopefully. I don't know what your other teachers gave you. And then a few hours is a little bit hard when everybody's using computers and sharing computers in the house. So you'll see the lesson probably Sunday night go up for Monday. And he has a class code for Google. He doesn't have any Remind app. No, I checked Remind app, but the last time I checked, it said no classes. You guys are just the best. I hope it helps. If you need me to do more YouTube videos, just say so. I don't mind explaining things. And I like talking to you guys. I'm going to try to make my happy face go back for you. All right, it worked. So I will talk to you guys soon. Remember, you can reach out to me whenever you want. I'm here for you. Anything you need, you want to make sure it's clear and not confusing, okay? Have a great day. And you guys are so welcome. Oh, you're the best. I really miss you guys. I don't know how you managed to get all the hearts. Maybe you're doing it from your phone, because I can only do a happy face. I don't know how to get the hearts on unless I have the emojis, but I know the code for that one, you know. All right, well, it was so nice seeing you guys. I love you and I miss you. Be safe, stay strong, eat healthy, exercise. Go sit in the sunlight if there's any today. Bye.